Whether you've held a fishing rod or not, nothing can prepare you for what some anglers have pulled from the water. From monstrous creatures lurking just beneath the surface to terrifying, unexplained encounters that left even seasoned fishermen shaken, these aren't your typical fishing tales. These are the moments that started as peaceful trips and turned into nightmares. Get ready to discover the most disturbing fishing moments ever caught around the world.
13-foot hammerhead shark. Have you ever seen a shark as tall as an elephant? Let's explore the fascinating story of a 13-foot hammerhead shark in Florida. For those who haven't had the chance to see one up close, the Infinity fishing team fulfilled this dream by bringing the hammerhead shark to the coastline for all to witness. But what makes a hammerhead shark so intriguing? True to its name, the shark's head resembles a hammer, with his eyes on opposite sides. Despite their amusing appearance, these creatures are not to be underestimated. Hammerhead sharks can reach towering heights of up to 20 feet, surpassing even the giraffe in size. They are not only large, but also entirely carnivorous. So capturing the hammerhead shark was just one thrilling part of this video. They lured it to the shore for everyone to see and admire. Thankfully, hammerhead sharks are primarily defensive and won't attack unless provoked. As it approached the shore, it almost seemed to pose for the camera like a celebrity, allowing everyone to capture its beauty. It's as if the hammerhead shark was informed about a potential photo shoot. When you look at the pictures taken, you can't help but think this shark might have had some modeling lessons. Once the photo shoot was over, the fishermen released the shark and it gracefully returned to the ocean. However, a word of caution. Just because hammerhead sharks are not typically aggressive, doesn't mean you should approach one without the necessary skills and equipment. Catching the world's strongest fish. In the ultimate battle between humans and an enormous fish, reminiscent of a hypothetical face-off between Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and the ocean's mightiest inhabitant, a spectacular scene unfolded. Four determined individuals engaged in an exhausting struggle to land a colossal 300-pound giant grouper off the coast of West Palm Beach. This endeavor demanded hours of unwavering effort and a combined show of strength from these four souls to conquer the massive fish. The challenge wasn't solely the fish's immense size, it was also an incredibly fierce opponent. Wrestling with the planet's most potent fish is one thing, but when a 300-pound behemoth fights back with all its might, it's akin to a battle. Thankfully, these individuals were well prepared for this epic showdown. They gathered various fish bait, including tuna, bluegill, and bonita. With bait ready, it was time for the WWE Championship-style match between a grown man and the fish. In the first round, a fisherman sat on the deck, bracing his legs against the railings, pulling the reel with unwavering determination. It turned into an unyielding tug-of-war, with the fish repeatedly resisting. Eventually, his friend had to join the struggle, both of them pulling the line while bellowing in a show of sheer strength. Finally, after an exhausting effort, the fish surfaced, revealing an astonishing sight. An 8-foot-tall fish of epic proportions, taller and much heavier than the average human. In the first round, the fish seemed to have the upper hand, metaphorically delivering a slap with its tail akin to a classic film. But these fishermen refused to concede defeat. They persisted, and in the second round, with 5 men pooling their strength, they took on the sassy 8-foot, 300-pound fish. This time, they were resolute and unwilling to let the fish claim victory. Eventually, they emerged triumphant in this epic encounter. Hats off to these victorious fishermen.
The Canadian megalodon. In the age of advanced technology, skepticism is a natural response to videos which are vulnerable to manipulation. However, there was an extraordinary case when a Canadian man shared a video claiming to have encountered a megalodon off the Canadian coast. The gripping moment was captured on his boat's camera, instilling fear as he considered the potential danger. Although the video went viral, skepticism was widespread among viewers. Shark experts quickly dismissed the megalodon claim, citing the absence of the shark's distinctive skin pattern as a crucial detail for species identification. The unclear and blurry video quality affected its credibility, though there were no allegations of tampering. Nevertheless, the Canadian man remained steadfast in convincing others of his genuine megalodon encounter, despite the video's intensity making a peaceful encounter highly improbable due to the megalodon's violent nature. Considering the possibility that the creature might belong to a known giant shark species like the whale shark is essential. Dismissing it outright without further investigation risks burying the truth. The Canadian man's determination to prove the megalodon's existence raises questions about public safety, as such a colossal predator's presence could pose a threat to beachgoers. If he indeed possesses evidence of this legendary creature, he deserves recognition, but the potential risks to public safety must be addressed. Octopus caught stealing. In a remarkable underwater escapade, a giant Pacific octopus, armed with both intelligence and the strength of its tentacles, engaged in a clever game with some cunning crab traps near Vancouver. This octopus demonstrated its ingenuity by skillfully eluding one trap after another, leaving spectators in awe and those attempting to capture it utterly perplexed. As the BBC camera recorded for their Super Smart Animals program, the octopus stole the spotlight with its smoothly calculated tactics, reminiscent of a James Bond villain. It boldly took a crab from the trap, leaving the crabbers scratching their heads in bewilderment. Some even playfully speculated that this octopus might have received espionage training. But the octopus had grander designs than mere theft. It proceeded to subdue the crab with such precision and finesse that its breath was nearly inaudible. Then, like a character in a high-stakes heist film, it swiftly slipped away, leaving no trace or alarm for the victim. Metaphorically speaking, this octopus could be likened to a mastermind in the realm of underwater espionage, disappearing while the dramatic soundtrack swells in the background. Who would have imagined that a squid, or rather an octopus, could rival James Bond in terms of being such a crafty and shrewd creature? 40-pound Barracuda jumps into the fishing boat. These guys were on the lookout for one fish, but suddenly, out of nowhere, another fish leaped into their boat as if by magic. A real poof moment, or perhaps swoosh. It makes you wonder what on earth was the fish fleeing from. Did King Triton decide to fling it out of the water? While that would be quite bizarre, the truly astonishing part wasn't the fish soaring through the air like Superman, but the fact that the airborne fish was a 40-pound barracuda. Now, if you're not familiar with barracudas, consider yourself lucky. Pray you never have to encounter an angry one. They're carnivorous hunters with an insatiable appetite, primarily feasting on smaller fish, crustaceans, or even their own kind. They don't hesitate to attack people when the mood strikes. And that's not the end of it. Barracudas are known for their speed, aggressiveness, and wild nature. So the fish's sudden leap onto the boat wasn't just shocking. It could have posed a risk. It's even scarier to contemplate that the barracuda might have been fleeing from something even more menacing. Living dinosaur. Jeff Rayer and his trusted fishing guide, Yis Biason, stumbled upon a fish that seemed to have time-traveled from the age of the dinosaurs. The mighty sturgeon in the heart of Alberta, in the world-famous Fraser River of British Columbia. For those not familiar with the sturgeon, imagine a fish so old that it was present at the very first Fish Anonymous meeting discussing the emergence of faster, smaller fish. These creatures are often referred to as living dinosaurs for good reason. The specific sturgeon they encountered was estimated to weigh around 270 kilograms and had over a century of history marked on its scales. It was truly an authentic sea monster of fish. When this 270-kilogram beast hit the surface of the water, Jeff Rayer and Yis found themselves wondering if this prehistoric fish had ever crossed paths with the Loch Ness Monster millions of years before. Giant sturgeons, with their immense size and longevity, have become legends of the river, serving as living, breathing testaments that in aquatic landscapes at least, some species didn't get the memo about going the way of the dodo. 300-pound monster. Certainly, a prized possession becomes exceptionally valuable when it's acquired through significant effort. In the realm of heroes apprehending villains, the narrative wouldn't be as compelling without challenges. Now, let's delve into the story of dedicated fisherman Ty Pig Patrol, who embarked on quite an adventure. He spent 6 days on a fishing expedition in Guyana, during which he had minimal success in catching fish. However, Ty remained resilient and persistent, choosing not to succumb to negativity. While many might have opted to return home and relax, Ty Pig Patrol persevered, hoping for that one significant catch. His determination ultimately paid off, and on a fortunate day, he succeeded in catching not one, but 2 remarkable fish. The first was a 5-pound arowana fish, while the second was a colossal 300-pound arapaima, a truly extraordinary and colorful fish renowned for its striking appearance. Capturing the arapaima wasn't without its challenges. It became another epic battle between man and fish. Nevertheless, the man emerged victorious once again. This serves as a reminder that a hard-earned reward is even more cherished, and in Ty's case, it was a well-deserved triumph. Monster eel in Fiji. This man had quite an unusual catch in the Fiji River. Initially, it appeared to be a snake due to the dim lighting of the night. However, upon closer inspection by Wade, the fisherman, it became clear that he had captured a monster eel. These river monsters are characterized by their thick, elongated bodies, slimy texture, large heads, and spotted backs. They can grow to be up to 6 feet in length, with the largest ones weighing up to 46 pounds. The eel that Wade caught in the Fiji River is almost 5 feet long, making it fit the description of a monster. These eels are sometimes mistaken for very thick snakes, especially when seen underwater, as they are carnivorous and can have snake-like movements. It's worth noting that the poison from a marbled eel is as dangerous as that of a snake and can be lethal. So perhaps the eel isn't a snake after all. Nevertheless, the locals might be relieved to see this monster removed from the river for good. Sea lion caught in a full fishing net. Fishing is a thrilling adventure, like a pirate's quest for hidden treasures in the deep. The excitement comes from the uncertainty of what lies beneath the water. A group of fishermen experienced precisely this when they cast their net into the water. Little did they anticipate they would be hauling in a massive sea lion. The sounds of the ship creaking and machinery whirring confirmed the animal's immense size. It's almost amusing that their initial excitement led them to believe they had set a world record for catching the most average-sized tuna fish, which in reality would be an unremarkable feat. However, this was no ordinary catch. It included a multitude of fish and a giant, somewhat bewildered sea lion. The sea lion's plans for the day were likely disrupted, either enjoying brunch or rushing for a date. The fisherman's unexpected intrusion left it looking perplexed and a bit irritated. They even resorted to using a water hose to deter the sea lion, clearly taken aback by the unexpected turn of events. After a while, the sea lion seemed tired of the boat's presence and gracefully returned to its natural habitat, flopping back into the water. The best part was that the entire episode was captured on camera. Undoubtedly, the sea lion was an enormous and unforgettable visitor. Molly. While I haven't personally been to an animal fishing festival, I can appreciate the unique and incredible experiences that such events can offer. The fishing festival you describe in Guyana, Molly, sounds truly extraordinary. The determination and methods employed by the fishermen, using baskets, hands, legs, and even their mouths, are nothing short of jaw-dropping. The image you paint of millions of sugar ants swarming a tiny speck of sugar hill is quite fitting, as these fishermen seem to swarm into the small Guyana lake with unwavering determination. Their approach transforms the once calm lake into a sea of resolute individuals, leaving one to question if there's any water left in the lake at all. The reason behind this impressive display of fishing passion is equally fascinating. Guyana Lake is considered a fertility lake according to local beliefs. It's believed that if you catch a fish from this lake, it will bring productivity throughout the year. This deep-rooted belief serves as the driving force behind their extraordinary dedication to fishing. The annual fishing festival in Mali, with its blend of tradition, adrenaline, and magic, seems like an unforgettable event. It's a true testament to the cultural richness and the remarkable traditions that can be found across the world. Scuffle with shark. Fishing, often considered a peaceful pastime, offers relaxation amidst nature's soothing sounds. However, adventure awaits those who seek it. Meet Sarah Beth, a typical angler whose leisurely fishing trip unexpectedly turned into an exciting spectacle. In a viral video, Sarah is captured in what might be considered her best moment ever as she enthusiastically reels in her first catch with the excitement of a child at a kindergarten graduation. However, nature had grander plans in store.
As she struggled with her catch, the sea added an unexpected twist to her fishing expedition. A visit from a massive bull shark, the ocean's embodiment of an uninvited guest. This video, spreading like wildfire, comes with a warning. It's generously seasoned with colorful language, the kind that slips out when a big-finned fish decides to steal your catch. Sarah's unfiltered reactions are a mix of surprise, amazement, and, well, a few choice words that might make the air turn a bit colorful. Yet, that's what truly makes this fish tale extraordinary, isn't it? Sarah's ordinary fishing outing immediately became a memorable event that held viewers' attention. So kudos to Sarah for turning a routine day of fishing into a gripping angling memory worthy of a summer blockbuster. Anglers everywhere will nod in agreement, saying, "We're gonna need a bigger boat."
Caught a catfish with bare hands. This Alabama fisherwoman, who bears a striking resemblance to Hannah Montana, possesses a remarkable blend of strength, endurance, and fishing skills that rival the likes of Lara Croft. Fishing is no sport for the faint of heart, and it's not easy. Before anyone can reel in a single fish, they need a specific level of physical strength, good stamina, and enduring spirit, and of course, fishing expertise. What sets this woman apart is not only her ability to catch one of the most challenging fighting fish, but also her unconventional method. She caught this formidable opponent with her bare hands, a feat that is nothing short of astonishing. The fish in question was one of the largest catfish in the world, nearly as tall as she was. She fearlessly plunged into the sandy brown waters, with her instructor offering support from the side. The fish put up a strong fight, causing her to lose her balance at one point, with her legs even flying into the air as she wrestled with the fish barehanded. Despite the challenges, this lady displayed an adventurous spirit and determination that ultimately led her to victory. Her extraordinary achievement proves that sometimes you don't need fancy equipment to be a master fisherman or fisherwoman. What a remarkable list of marine tales. Massive swordfish. Captain Nick and his partners faced an epic struggle, devoting a whopping 480 minutes, which amounts to a full 8 hours, to reel in a single colossal sea creature. This massive entity wasn't just any fish. It was the grand and broadbill swordfish, the largest among all swordfish species. This unrivaled behemoth has the power to leave even the hardiest of men with pounding headaches. The broadbill swordfish doesn't yield easily in any encounter, making it a test of one's mettle. But it wasn't just its formidable size and unwavering tenacity that made this catch so formidable. This sea giant also boasted immense weight, tipping the scales at a staggering 700 pounds, a weight equivalent to that of a grand piano or a small car. Despite the colossal challenge, the smiles on the fishermen's faces were evident. Not only had they made history by catching one of the world's most enormous swordfish, but they also found it to be the most delectable they'd ever tasted. Big black marlin. In a rather audacious and possibly reckless display, a group of individuals found themselves in a high-stakes face-off with the massive shark, just a stone's throw away from their boat. With cameras rolling, they embarked on an unconventional plan, challenging the shark with a single fishing rod. The footage begins with the men huddled together, clustered around the fishing line, their expressions a mix of astonishment and trepidation. The leader, resembling a Captain Ahab figure, cautiously deployed the bait, the fishing rig bobbing and weaving, setting the stage for a showdown with the ocean's apex predator. The shark took the bait, triggering a grueling contest. The fishing rod curved dramatically as the men grappled to maintain control. Their faces turned as red as lobsters on a barbecue as they engaged in an amusing tug-of-war with the shark, which proved to be a formidable opponent. Yet this video also serves as a reminder of the inherent danger posed by these creatures. While sharks can be captivating and even comical from a distance, we should never underestimate their status as top-of-the-food chain predators, capable of swiftly changing the dynamics. Their strength, agility, and razor-sharp teeth are not to be underestimated. It's time for today's topic. In May 2025, a father and son fishing trip in Louisiana's restricted Atchafalaya Basin turned into something straight out of folklore. Locals had long warned against casting lines in the murky lagoon, citing strange movements beneath the surface. But curiosity got the better of them. Moments after the boy's rod bent sharply, the water erupted, revealing what appeared to be a massive serpentine creature with scales reflecting a metallic blue sheen. The father managed to capture a few seconds of footage before their boat nearly capsized from the creature's thrashing tail. When wildlife authorities arrived, they found deep grooves along the muddy banks and traces of an unknown biological material. Experts later ruled out alligators, eels, or any native aquatic life, calling it a biological anomaly. The area has since been closed off to the public, though locals still claim to hear low rumbling sounds echoing from the water after dark. Loading big tuna on boat. In this next viral sensation, we find the hilarious Facebook video where a fearless bunch takes on fishing rods more suitable for a heavyweight boxing match than an average fishing journey. Their prize? A monstrous tuna, a creature capable of reaching speeds of up to 75 miles per hour, and it certainly wasn't about to surrender without a fight. The tuna lashed around, its large tail slamming impressively into the boat's deck, providing the sailors with an abrupt tuna tango experience. Tunas are famous for their torpedo-shaped bodies and tremendous strength, making them a coveted trophy for any angler. Moreover, they're ubiquitous on the menus of sushi bars around the world, in demand everywhere in the realm of cooking, especially among food bloggers. Returning to the clip, it's a masterclass in persistence, cooperation, and just a touch of insanity. The faces of the anglers twist in a combination of excitement and surprise as their monstrous fish finally hits the deck. It's worth remembering that the point of it all isn't just to catch fish, it's to experience those wild and crazy moments along the way. And if your line happens to be tight with the mother of all tunas, prepare for an experience so incredible that you'll never forget this fantastic journey. Turtle tries to steal fish. A fishing trip took an unexpected turn into Jurassic Showdown territory when viral footage captured the reactions of those involved. The exquisite footage revealed the moment when a brave fisherman, determined to profit from his catch, found himself in an ultra-dangerous clash with a colossal snapping turtle. In the film, the fisherman skillfully navigated his net through the water, capturing a fish in his haul. However, lurking below was a giant snapping turtle, an ageless creature known for its insatiable hunger and lightning bolt reflexes. The turtle, resembling a tiny dinosaur, thought the fisherman's take was a seafood smorgasbord. With fluid stealth, it launched itself forward, its mighty jaws clamping down audaciously in an attempt to make off with the hard-earned prize. Surprised by this sudden assault, the fisherman must have felt like something prehistoric from the Jurassic Age had just landed in his boat. Now let's discuss how dangerous snapping turtles can be. Though somewhat cumbersome on land, they are fierce predators in the water. Bites from these large carnivorous reptiles are known to be deadly, as they possess strong jaws that exerting powerful, bone-cracking force on their target, be it a human or another animal. These ancient reptiles deserve our respect, especially when encountered in their own territory. The cunning turtle was finally outsmarted by the clever fisherman, who retained not only his pride, but also a fishtail to tell. The giant oarfish. The ocean, around teeming with mysteries, occasionally reveals astonishing creatures that pique our curiosity and wonder. Among these enigmatic beings lies the magnificent giant oarfish, a deep-sea wonder. These colossal fish, which can reach lengths of up to an impressive 36 feet, have fascinated both fishermen and scientists, sparking investigations into their significance and maritime legends and their potential connections to natural events. Known as the king of herrings, the giant oarfish boasts a sleek body adorned with shining silver scales that glisten in the ocean's depths. Its most defining feature is its long, ribbon-like dorsal fin, elegantly undulating through the water. Due to their elusive nature and preference for deep-sea habitats, encounters with these majestic creatures are extremely rare, heightening the air of mystery surrounding them. Throughout history, giant oarfish have been linked to superstitions and myths in various cultures, often regarded as omens of disaster.
They've been associated with foretelling natural calamities like earthquakes or tsunamis. Despite the lack of scientific evidence to support these beliefs, their ties to folklore persist, fostering speculation about their prophetic abilities. In recent times, our understanding of the giant oarfish's role in marine ecosystems has grown. While they may not possess supernatural powers, their majestic presence reminds us of the vastness of the ocean and the hidden wonders it contains. Whether viewed as signs of misfortune or simply as remarkable denizens of the deep, these fish continue to captivate and inspire us, highlighting the intricate interconnectedness within the marine world and the enduring fascination of the unknown.